Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'd like to show you a few items I picked up over 30 years ago at a card show in Los Angeles. This is one of the items. It's a magazine page from 1982. You got Magic Johnson there and Jim Chones in the background playing Philadelphia in the championships. Magic going in for a layup. And what I liked about these was when they originally came with this backing inside a sleeve. That's what they came in right there. And you just open it up. So when I was getting ready for the video, I opened up all the items I had and was curious about what was on the other side. Well, on this one has a great shot. Another great shot of Chones there, Jim Chones, and the great Darryl Dawkins is delivering an elbow to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as he's passing the ball, and you can see Maurice Cheeks. I think that's Maurice Cheeks down there, number 10, in the Sixers uniform. So, little surprise on the back, a great shot also to go with this Airborne Magic. All right. Next, I've got the cover of Sport Magazine. It's from 1953. Roy Campanella, and 25 cents back in October of '53. Talks about Gordie Howe in the magazine. And I just thought that was a nice picture of Campanella, a legend in the making, says right there. The back of this one just had some stylish shoes there. Fortune Shoes for Men. I guess they're in Nashville, Tennessee. $8.95 to $12.95, most styles. All right. Sorry I missed that deal. Next, I've got a 1958 newspaper photo of the New York Yankees. They won the pennant that year, and they went on to win the World Series. I believe it was they beat the Braves in 7 games. In the picture, of course, has Whitey Ford, Mantle, Yogi, Elston Howard, and Casey's in there too. Casey Stengel. Nice photo. The back of this one is it's from the sports page, so it gives you the rankings there. Some of the game scores, box scores for some games on the back side. And then this part here is pretty interesting, I thought. It says Road Fund for Dodger Park. Tap for other highways. $1.35 million in Los Angeles County road funds originally earmarked to build access highways for the Dodgers' proposed ballpark will be spent on roads but not in Chavez Ravine. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And the supervisor was Frank G. Bonelli back then. There's actually a nice park in Pomona, California called the Frank G. Bonelli. So this was 58. So they had come out, but they were playing at the Coliseum. The Dodgers were playing at the LA Coliseum. So it had to do with preparing the roads for the future stadium in Chavez Ravine. So I thought that was pretty interesting on the back of there. And here's a picture. This was the side that I saw in the little holder. It was Joe D sliding in. Looks like he's going against the Senators there. Nice slide. The ball's popped out, so he's safe. Great DiMaggio. And then on the back of that one had this great picture of his swing. I mean, that's the iconic shot right there. Bit of the article. And this one here really caught my eye. This is from Dodger Stadium Old Timers Day in 1972. It was June 4th, and it was a salute to Casey Stengel. Casey Stengel lived a long time in Glendale, California. He loved Glendale, California. Had a nice house up there, and I believe he passed away around 1975. Had a friend who met him shortly before he passed, and thought that was cool. And on here you've got pictures of Sandy Koufax, Stan Musial, and Joe DiMaggio. They were all there that day. It's a retirement of 3 great Dodger numbers, and they are great numbers. There's Jackie Robinson, and then in the other picture you see Campanella, Robinson, and Koufax, accompanied by Bowie Kuhn, the commissioner, and Dodger owner Peter O'Malley. And look who else was there, greeting old Casey, the Mick. So this was a truly great old-timers game. I wish I had gone to that one. And there's a picture of Don Newcomb, Campanella, and then Pee Wee Reese that day. So they were retiring those 3 numbers: Campanella, Koufax, Jackie Robinson. The back of this one is just an ad for basically a lumber yard, Max Hill Lumber, out of Montebello, California. They're on the ball. And last but not least, we've got an ad for Heinz Soup, an endorsement from the great Johnny Unitas. Now, when I was growing up, this person, Johnny Unitas, was considered the greatest quarterback. There were no arguments for anybody else at that time. And that's kind of how we felt back in the neighborhood. Johnny was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 1933. After attending Louisville, Unitas was drafted by the Steelers in 1955. But he was released before the start of the season. Kind of reminded me how Roberto Clemente slipped through the Dodgers' fingers when they had him with their minor league Montreal team. Johnny joined the Baltimore Colts in 56, played with them till 72, and then the Chargers in 1973 for 1 year. He was part of 3 NFL championship teams, and that was prior to the Super Bowl being instituted. And he was on one championship Super Bowl team. They beat the Cowboys that year, the Super Bowl number 5. There's many more, of course, stats and accomplishments that Johnny had in his lifetime, but there's too many to list here. I'd like to finish it up with a quote from Vince Lombardi, who in 1959, Lombardi called Johnny Unitas the best quarterback he'd ever seen. Well, thank you for watching, and happy St. Patrick's Day.